Sorry. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So anyway, we are just going to start. Recorded naman ang video lesson. So inshallah, the others who are not present will be able to watch it at a later time. Inshallah. So anyway, module 2 na tayo, which is basic parts of a computer system. So just a little bit of recap from the first module. We talked about the brief history of the computer technology. We discussed some of the first computers that we had, like the abacus, the difference engine, analytical engine, the Turing machine, and then we also talked about the generation of the computer. So we have the first generation, and the first generation is highlighted by the use of the vacuum tubes. The second generation is use the technology of transistors, and then for the third generation, the use of ICs or integrated circuits. Then we have fourth generation, the microprocessor, and then in the fifth generation, still microprocessor, but a little bit better and more enhanced. And also, we are using AI-based um, systems and parallel hardware processing. So that is the summary of the first module. So anyway, right now, this is module 2, basic parts of a computer system. So the performance task for this module is on page 19 in your modules. It's so easy. Napakadali ng performance task for this module. So just label the parts of the computer system and identify common types of network. So yeah, it's so easy and I hope it will be easy for you as well. So the same thing, dapat by Thursday next week, dapat nakapasa na kayo. So far for Module 1, iilan lang ang nakasubmit ng actually iilan lang ang may submission na nakita ko. So si Baikara, si Ayen, si Fatmia, and then right now si Najnia. Yun lang ang nag-submit. Wow. Okay, moving on. At least alhamdulillah may nag-submit, no? So this time around, I hope this is easier for you, this performance task, and it's on your module na, so it is easily accessible for you. So moving on, so what is a computer system? So a collection of it has hardware, software, and liveware that are designed to receive, process, manage, and present information in a meaningful format. So just like your human body system, no, it's a system. Hindi lang siya isang bagay. Kahit sabihin natin na laptop, kung hawakan mo siya, it seems like isang bagay lang siya. But ang daming components na nasa loob that makes it work. Okay? So without each of the component, it will not work properly. That is why it is a computer system. Each of the component as well is important as the other. Walang mas importante. Although, no, it's still debatable until now. Ano mas mahalaga, ang hardware or ang software? A lot of things na pinag-uusapan ng mga IT people and people in the computer science industry. But all of which are crucial and important to make a computer system work. So what are the components of a computer system? We have 3 basic components of a computer system. First, we have the hardware, second, the software, and then third, the liveware. So let's talk about hardware first. I'm sorry, I have to correct the module because sa module ninyo, ang nakasulat doon ay hardware is intangible. That is not correct. Again, I have to repeat myself. I need to correct the module because in your module, ang nakalagay doon, hardware is intangible. That is not correct. Tangible ang hardware. Anong ibig sabihin ng tangible? Madali lang. Ang ibig sabihin niya nahahawakan, it's physical. Nahahawakan, nakikita andyan. It's like you can grasp it, mahawakan mo siya. That's the meaning of tangible. So really, hardware is the physical part or the tangible part of a computer. Lahat ng nahahawakan mo sa computer system, that is a hardware. or a type of hardware. So may iba-ibang klase ng hardware tayo ha. So this is the basic hardware that we see in a common computer system. Although I'm not sure kung may mga ganito pa kayo sa bahay ninyo. Because usually, ang binibili na natin ngayon is laptops, right? Or tablet computers. Mas magaan, mas mura, and yeah, very portable. You can bring it with you anywhere, and also madali siyang dalhin kung kailangan nyo sa school. So that is why probably wala kayo or malimit niya na lang yung makakita kayo ng computer system sa mga bahay nowadays. But during tawag dito, the fourth gen or even around third generation, you know, the advent of PC or personal computers, karamihan no, ng mga bahay and household at least have one computer system, and it consists of these things. Yan, yung common na yan. Yung merong monitor, merong system unit, which is also called the tower. System unit, okay? It's also sometimes called the tower. It's okay, ayan. So, kung for example, meron kayong marinig later on na nagsasabi na pakikuha yung tower ng computer, you know what it means. It's the system unit. It's a misconception or misuse of the term na sinasabi nila na CPU, no? Because CPU is the central processing unit. It's okay. Yes, it's okay. So, karamihan or nakasanayan na ng mga tao na tinatawag nila yung system unit or the tower as CPU. We cannot blame them, no? Because the central processing unit is inside the system unit. So that is why naging nakasanayan na ng tao na tawagin CPU yun. But I have to inform you that it is not correct. You have to specify that it is the system unit or the tower or just simply system unit. Okay? And then also, nandiyan nakikita niyo yung keyboard. You also have the speaker or the mic or the webcam if there is. Okay? So that is the typical setup of a computer system. So let's look into the details of different types of hardware. Let's start with input devices. So when we say input, it gets the data. That's data from the user. Whatever data that may be. Okay? Basta input devices, it gets data from the user, whatever that may be ng computer. So the first one or the basic one are the keyboards or the keying devices. Sorry, mali yung spelling ko. Keying devices. Ang ibig sabihin ng keying devices, it has a keypad. No? At meron kang pipindutin para maka-input ka ng any letter or any symbol or any commands papunta sa computer. And whenever you click on something sa isang keyboard or sa isang keying device, the computer will process that and transform that first into binary code bago niya ma-process ang mga bagay-bagay na pinindot mo. That is why in the first module, di ba sinabi natin na kaya mag-process ng computer ng 200 billion commands in just a few milliseconds. That is true kasi nga ang daming conversions na nangyayari behind the scenes. Kahit pagsulat ko pa lang nitong, let's say, itong keys na sinulat ko, ang dami nang nangyari dyan. Ang daming processes na nangyari so that the word keys, yung sinulat ko sa chat box, could be, you could see it right now because a lot of processes took place, but then hindi nyo siya namalayan because sa sobrang bilis ng pangyayari, no? So maybe that is one reason na na ini-inform kayo of these things so that you will understand and you will be able to appreciate more the use of the computer technology. And later on, when it upgrades or, as usual, it doesn't go anywhere but being upgraded and enhanced. Wala na, hindi pa baliktad ang pag-evolve ng computer technology, but rather pa-enhance lang siya ng pa-enhance and pa-upgrade ng pa-upgrade. You will still understand that there are still mechanisms or underlying concepts behind the processes that's taking place, and you will understand na it is not magic or it is not as fascinating as it is, but rather the people who are creating this technology, those are the ones who are fascinating. Not the, not the technology itself, but rather people behind the technology. Yung mga nag-iisip para magkaroon tayo ng ganitong mga bagay-bagay na pwede natin gamitin in our daily lives. So a keyboard has functions and different types of keys Like for example, yung escape, yung ESC is just escape. So it's escaping a lot of things. Ang ibig sabihin ng escape is like away from that thing or away or cancellation of that, of whatever command that took place, no, escape. And then we have the different function keys, F1 up to F12. Yung mga dati niyang functionalities, no, meron kasi yung functionalities talaga, yung primitive niya na functionalities. Like for example, F1 is for information. F1 yan siya, information. Sorry, bakit ganun ang pagkasulat ko? F1. Ang F2 is for renaming a file. F2, renaming a file. I forgot F3, I forgot F4. F4 along with Alt key plus F4 is shut down dati sa computer. And then we have F5 is refresh. Refresh the current window that you are looking at. And then F5, F6, hindi ko alam ang F6, I forgot. F7 is spelling and grammar checking. Grammar. F7 yan siya, sorry, nakalimutan ko ilagay yung F7. F8, I forgot. F9, I forgot. F10, ano ganing F10? Parang ginagamit namin yan dati. F11 is zoom. Zoom the entire window that you are looking at. F12 is save. Save the file that, whatever file that you are working at, it will save that one. And then meron din tayong mga navigation keys, like of course navigation, so arrow up, down, left, right. Then we also have end at saka home. We also have delete. We also have page up, page down, and also ins or INS. I'm not sure kung meron kayong mga keyboard sa bahay ninyo ngayon, but sometimes you can still see this word, this key, ins. That is insert actually. Okay? At pag nag-operate kayo sa Windows, not Windows, Microsoft Word, pag pinindot nyo yung ins na yan, magugulat kayo pag type niyo ma-replace niya yung mga characters na dati nang nakatype, whatever your cursor is. Okay? Kasi ang ibig sabihin ng insert is, you insert things and it will replace the characters there. Yun yung maraming issue dati nung nagtuturo pa ako ng fundamentals of computer productivity tools sa university. And that is one thing na napipindot ng mga bata kasi magkatabian sila ng delete. So akala nila nag-delete lang sila, but napindot nila yung ins, and then nagugulat sila, hala, bakit na-replace mo, na-pipe ko na kanina. That is because of the ins na key. And then you have the entire numeric keypad. It will only work if you, kung pinindot mo muna ang numlock. Pag nakailaw yung numlock sa iyong keyboard means it is operational. Kung hindi yan nakailaw, meaning it will not work. So if you want to work, if you want it to work, or if you are going to use it, make sure na nakapindot yung numlock. And then, in your alphanumeric keys, of course, yan yung pinaka-ginagamit natin. Andyan yung alphabet, alpha, numeric, and then andyan yung 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a little bit of symbols. And then you have the control keys. And right now, meron din tayong additional key, which is the FN. FN is just the function key. Additional function and additional shortcut keys na pwedeng i-combine so that it will be easier. Because sometimes, guys, for some people, mas madaling mag-operate ng computer kung keyboard lahat. Some people doesn't have to use mouse. Yung mga OG, mga grabe kagagaling na ka-expert. Memorize nila lahat ng control and shortcut keys. Well, epic sila, and amazing. But anyway, ang caps lock, guys, is for caps, all caps. Okay? But you can also, pwede ka rin namang magsulat or mag-encode ng malalaking letters by using the shift key. So, press shift and then kung ano yung gusto mong letter so that it will come out as all caps or in big capital letters. Okay? So, those are the basic types of keys within a keyboard. By the way, guys, let me just ask you, and you can answer in your, using your mics or on the chat box. Can you give me some other types of a keying device? Other types of keying devices, aside from keyboard. Yung alam ninyo na keying devices. Nagbigay ako ng obvious, pero hindi nyo na makuha itong sample na to. Calculator. Keys man doon, di ba? Keys yung nasa calculator and you have to press them, you have to key them so that maglabas siya doon sa monitor. Joystick is not a keying device, although, yes, meron siyang ano, no? Meron siyang keys. Yes, good job, Ayan. Braille keyboard, yes. Ang mouse is later pa siya, Catherine. But although, no, pero hindi pa rin siya keys, itong left click at saka right click. It is not considered as a key. Yeah, but that's fine. It's okay. It's also an input device, but it is not a keying device. Sino dito yung pinapa-ano? Yan, there you go. Typewriter, good job. How about sa cellphone na QWERTY? Yung dati good, yung BlackBerry dati, it still has that little keypad. Hindi pa on-screen yung kanyang tawag dito, keying device. Like, nandyan pa literal sa cellphone yung keyboard or yung keypad. And also, yung mga nakatry dito tawag dyan, mag-withdraw or mag-deposit ng pera sa ATM. Yung ATM, meron din siyang key or keying devices, right? And a whole lot of things actually na sa pang-araw-araw ninyong buhay nakikita niyo siya. Actually, it's just that maybe na-overlook natin or we didn't notice it. Okay? But those are all keying devices. Next, ang dami palang types of keyboard. We have the mechanical. Ito yung cute. Sorry. Ito yung maingay. Or sometimes yung soft and smooth. Ang ibig sabihin lang naman ng mechanical is that it's not operated by battery or not, or whatnot, no? So mechanical siya. And then we also have ergonomic na keyboard. Meaning ng ergonomic is that it is specifically designed para hindi mapagod ang mga kamay natin. Because apparently, pinag-aaralan din to ng mga tao, human-computer interaction, mga concepts, is that sometimes itong wrists natin, it develops different structure or nasisira siya or nagkakaroon ng mga masasakit na joints because of the positioning ng kamay habang nagtatype ng matagal. So they develop this kind of things, ergonomic keyboards that will help you with that thing. So para bang mas madali siyang gamitin because of the design, no? And then we also have the gaming keyboard. Okay, yung mga gamers dito, I'm not sure kung may gamer dito. So as you can see, backlit, no? May backlight siya. Para kahit madilim na or nagtatago tayo sa mga tower. Or sometimes, it's easier for you to see the keys kung backlighted siya. So para yan sa mga gamers. And also we have the foldable keyboards. And we also have split keyboard. And a whole lot more actually. I'm not sure nga kung totoo yung yung parang holographic na keyboard ang dating niya. I have seen some pictures of it, but I'm not sure if it's real. Totoo ba yun? Na yung parang project na lang yung keyboard and you can still, use it. I'm not sure. I haven't tried that one. So you tell me if it is true na merong ganong klaseng keyboard. But moving on, we also have po ang Baby Catherine, ang mouse at saka ang joystick. Magkalahi. So we have yung mouse na ginagamit namin dati. This is the mechanical mouse. As you can see, ang nagpapagana sa kanya is the trackball inside. At yung trackball na yan, guys, mabigat yan siya. Mas mabigat siya sa Holland. I don't know, I wasn't able to open it up before kasi marami kaming ganyan dati. Around 1994, 1995, may mga computer kami sa bahay and ganyan ang gamit sa loob ng mouse, and it is called the trackball. Next, we have the optical mouse. Of course, ito na yung ginagamit natin. And probably you have this one in your house or you have used this one, of course. And then we also have the Bluetooth mouse. So still, it has the same technology with optical mouse. It's just that Bluetooth na siya, hindi na siya wired. Yun lang yung kaibahan ng optical mouse at saka ng Bluetooth mouse. Okay? Next, we have joystick. Ayan, different types of joystick, but all for the same reason. Because somehow, guys, apparently, some people, different people, different preferences. Some people, mas comfortable sila using a joystick rather than a mouse. So it might seem difficult for you or different, but people in NASA or the space hubs, they commonly use joysticks rather than mouse. Kasi nga, madaling mawala ang mouse sa space. At least ang joystick, mas malaki siya. And I don't really know what you call this one. Because we had a joystick before as well, and I didn't find it comfortable to use. I don't know. It's so hard. Even in gaming, I find it so hard to use joystick before. But I don't know, but some people, they find it easier and more comfortable to use joysticks. Next, we have scanning devices. So as you can see, it scans documents or any other type of printed materials. So we have different types of scanners. We have all-in-one scanner, yung nakita niyo sa school. Epson, Canon, yun yung mga nakikita ninyo. And we have the flatbed scanner. This is a very specific scanner lang yan talaga siya. Wala siyang ibang use or purpose but to scan. And we have the drum scanner. This is for batch or bulk ng mga scanning tawag dito, transaction. Pag marami ka nang ginascan, you can use the drum scanner. And also the handheld scanner. Let me ask you guys. Yes na siya, Bobby. It's okay, It's okay, Ayan. Thank you for, tawag dito, informing me. Let me just ask you, though. Abdul who? Abdul Muallam? I'm seeing him right now, though. Anyway, moving on. Let me just ask you guys, the handheld scanner, yung temperature gun, temperature gun, does it have the same technology as a handheld scanner, do you think? Feel nyo lang. It's okay, it's okay. What do you call this one? Yes, they have the same purpose, Fatmia, that is very good. Although the technology that is being used is kind of different because the handheld scanner has... Oy, gusto ko itong sagot ni Ayen. Both handheld sila. I like it. That is very good. That is a very good observation. So anyway, but the technology that is being used is a little bit different. More advanced ang temperature. Thermometer gun ba ang tawag? Sorry, thermometer gun ang tawag, hindi temperature gun. I am so sorry, people. Thermometer gun ata ang tawag. Anyway, because mas advanced ang thermometer gun because it is not scanning for a printed material. Printed material is easy to scan because if you can, redirect to the history that has been, matagal nang may fax machine and that is technically scanning things, right? Matagal nang may fax machine. Even after World War I, meron ng fax machines. So, but the computer vision is a type of technology under the computer science technology na kaya niyang mag-scan ng biometrics. Ang ibig sabihin kasi ng biometrics is something or data that can be taken from a human biology person. Yung parte ng katawan natin. Physiological part of a human body. No? So, temperature is a part or an attribute of the human body. So, mas mataas yung technology na ginagamit ng thermometer gun versus the handheld scanner. Although, yes, they have similarities, purpose for scanning, and also they are both handheld and very portable. So, we also have the barcode scanner, still scanner, but very specific to barcodes. Hindi yan siya mag-scan ng kahit ano lang unless it is in the format of a barcode. Okay? And also, if the barcode is not within the system, hindi niya yan malaman or hindi niya ma-scan yan. Okay? Ang sasabihin niya lang error or entry not found. Yan ang sasabihin niya. And we also have this. This is book iris scan, if I'm not mistaken. So, ayan, kung gusto niyo mag-scan ng mga books, this will be handy, for example, sa mga mag-nursing or sa mga any type of medical field na courses or engineering as well, if you're going to scan like a blueprint or something too huge to be scanned by a normal scanner, something like that. So you can use this book iris scan. And the thing about it, guys, is that it's available for you anywhere at mas mura na siya. Unlike dati, napakahirap maghanap ng mga ganitong technology, mga ganitong devices, and probably it was expensive before. Okay, ngayon, magtingin lang kayo sa Shopee, alhamdulillah, merong mga ganyan. So other input devices is mic or microphone, and then we have the web camera and stylus pen, and we also have the fingerprint reader. Game consoles, as you can see, even game consoles have keys, no? Meron din siyang keys. At meron din siyang maliit na joystick, so that's like a pointing and keying device in one device. In one device. And we also have the touchpad from tawag dito, laptops and other things. And we also have the hand print readers. Now let me ask you guys, what type of an input device is the screen of your smartphones. Anong klaseng input device yun? Good job. It is a touchpad. LCD, good job. I'm not sure though if LCD pa rin yung gamit nila. Ayan, I think they are like moving on to the LED part now. LED na ang ginagamit nila because ang LCD kasi, ang ibig sabihin kasi ng LCD is liquid crystal display. That is why pag meron siyang liquid sa loob, ayan. So that is why pag naipit siya or something, may mabiak dun sa loob and then maglabas yung liquid. That is why yung mga monitor natin, kung mapansin mo dun sa computer lab, ang daming black screen. Tapos palaki ng palaki yung black screen because it's LCD. Ang LED naman, ang LED monitors are light emitting diodes. Light emitting diodes ang composition niya. So, it does not break. And for example, although it does break, no, pero ibang klase siya mag-break. Hindi siya, unlike liquid crystal na from a little bit below, tapos palaki ng palaki, but rather linya. Usually, it's a section, by section siya kung masira. So, linya muna, and then palaki ng linya. Ganun usually ang pagkasira ng LED. Okay? So anyway, ang touchpad, yes, Eliza, it is a touchpad, and also it is a keying device. Because meron na doon na mismo yung keyboard or yung keypad sa loob ng smartphone monitors or screens ninyo. So anyway, next we have the output devices. So ang input gets information or data from the user. Ang output naman is, it gives out the result. Tama ba? It outputs the result. Okay, so we have visual output devices, something that can make you see the results. So monitor, projector, screen ng laptop or ng tablets. We have also the screen or the user interface of your smartwatches, and also the tawag dito yung projection ng VR. Have you used this, guys? Have you tried, playing with the VR technology? It's okay. I haven't tried personally. Awan yes, ako din, Abdul. That is why, for a little bit of fun, and then you spend a lot, like really, lapit mo na lang yung mata mo sa smartphone mo. No, kidding though, that's kidding. I'm joking, don't do that, makasira ng mata. Baka gawin ninyo, tapos masira yung mga mata ninyo, and you be like si Teacher Sura kasi, laka. Guys, again do not do that. Okay, anyway, moving on, that is an output device, a visual output device. Okay, next, print output devices. Okay guys, ko to ha? Ilagay ko yung mga types of printer kasi wala ata sa Moodle ninyo. So we have, the first one is the dot matrix printer. So ang dot matrix, guys, it has the same concept as typewriter. Nakakita ba kayo ng luma na typewriter? Kung nakakita kayo ng lumang typewriter, it is, meron na dating naka-embossed na letter doon sa parang maliliit na keys sa loob sa may taas banda ng typewriter. And then pag pindot mo ng isang key, there is a mechanism, it is a mechanical device, so there is a mechanism that will push that embossed key onto the paper. That is the same concept na ginamit ng dot matrix, although dot nga siya. So for example, kung letter A ang gusto mong i-print, for example lang ha, it will put dot hanggang maka-form siya ng letter A. So that is why kung naabutan nyo pa yung mga printer ng Epson na sobrang babagal, it will take like 2 minutes makaprint ng isang paper. Tapos kung puno pa talaga ng letters yung page na yun, good luck. It will really take a lot of time. So ganun katagal. It's still being used until now. Mga cashier, but hindi actually. Thermal na ngayon ang ginagamit talaga ng mga cashier. But some, if I'm not mistaken, dyan sa SPC, sa San Pedro Hospital, nagagamit pa rin sila ng dot matrix na printer. So that is the concept of dot matrix. And then meron tayong inkjet. Obviously, it has ink, And then we also have laser printer. So it has a laser technology and mas fine na masyado yung print. It instead of ink na liquid. And then we have the thermal printer. Actually, ang thermal printer is matagal na because it is the same technology that was being used by the fax machines before. Although, it is not convenient towards Mother Nature because yung mga papel na ginagamit for thermal printing cannot be recycled. So, too bad, right? But a lot of institutions and a lot of organizations still use thermal printing. And then we have tarpaulin printer. tarpaulin printer. Or meron din yung mga sobrang lalaking printer, like yung tig-print ng mga blueprints. Yan, mga printer din yan sila. And somehow it uses the same technology as either inkjet or laser printers. Okay? Pero malaki lang siya, and yeah, it is a huge printer, and it is meant to print huge files or huge things. Okay, next we have sound output devices. So we have headset, speakers, earphones, at iba-ibang klaseng earphones because we have like a lot of earphones nowadays. It depends on what is comfortable for you to use. Okay, next, the system unit itself. Now, again sa mga na-late, ang system unit itself is it is the system unit. Ito yung mistakenly na tinatawag ng mga tao na CPU. Okay, so yan ang usual na front and back itsura or look of a system unit. Inside, though, it has these things. So inside, at the back part, nandoon yung power supply. And of course, the power supply has its own fan para hindi mag-init. And then, at para din may exhaust. And then you have different types of ports or connectors. And you have expansion slots if you want to add something. And then in the, tawag dito sa unahan or sa front view, you have the optical drive. Whatever that is that a CD-ROM? You have the hard disk drive, and also the motherboard is inside the system unit. Next, that is only an overview. Let's take a look at the common ports at the back of the system unit. So meron tayong serial port. Ang serial port is para sa mga visual output devices. So when you say visual, andito yung monitor, projector, different types of visual output. Ang parallel port is for printers, yung mga lumang printer. Ilang pin gani ang parallel port. Pero wala na akong nakikitang parallel port ngayon, guys. Masyado ng luma na technology ang tawag dito, parallel ports. I think it's phased out already. Actually, kahit ng serial port, it has been phased out already as well. PS2, a little bit phased out as well kasi nga most of our mouse at saka keyboard are USB type na ngayon. Ang mga natin, keyboards and mice. And then VGA port, ito ginagamit pa rin natin for external monitor. This is the violet one that we are using. Kung nakatry kayo mag-set up ng projector dyan sa masjid, yan siya yung color violet or something blue, but I think in my mind it's violet. And then we have the S-video also for video input and output. Most of the time, ito na ang ginagamit natin ngayon, HDMI. Guys, I forgot the meaning of HDMI. Uy, high definition multimedia interface. Okay. Sorry, I forgot the meaning. Thank you, Fatmi. Thank you, Ayan. Okay. But most of the time din ngayon, guys, ang ginagamit na rin ng mga, different, tawag dito, mga different computer units are DVI. Mas advanced din siya kaysa sa, digital video interface. Mas advanced kaysa sa HDMI. Although, ang HDMI kasi is multi-purpose nga siya. It's like, madaming gumagamit ng HDMI. Ang DVI po konti lang. Very, specific type of monitors ang gumagamit niyan. And then also we have, ano pa ba? For LAN or internet connection. Modem or RJ14 is for connecting to a modem. Pero matagal na ito siya, guys, na matagal na ito siya na networking device. Phase out na rin ito siya. USB or Universal Serial Bus. So marami ng types of USB ngayon. Type A, Type B, Type C. Ang dami. But ang kaibahan nila is yung structure, guys, and the speed of data transfer. Yan ang mga main differences ng different types of USB. And then we also have other ports such as for audio jacks and for PCI bus, card bus, and DisplayPort and other things. Ito siya, guys, this is only for your information. Okay? Hindi na rin natin yan siya gagawin or gagamitin because somehow yung mga computer natin sa school is outdated and they don't have this, itong eSATA and DisplayPorts. But the audio jacks, of course, meron yan siya. And then we also have the motherboard. The motherboard is like, ano ba ang motherboard? It's the brain of the computer. The brain. And then yung mga importanteng bagay that makes the system work. Like for example, andyan ang central processing unit, andyan ang control unit, andyan ang BIOS or the basic input-output system. So a lot of things are housed inside the motherboard. So the motherboard is really important. And by the way, guys, just a little bit of recap from the first module, isa ito sa mga, breakthrough na nangyari noong third generation. Inisa nila sa isang board ang mga bagay-bagay. And, yep, it made computers portable. Mas maliit kaysa sa mga dating computers na sobrang laki. So this is the central processing unit. I'm not sure if you have already seen a microchip or a microprocessor chip. This is an example of a Intel. Ang mga malalakas na companies for microprocessors these days are Intel at saka AMD. Yan sila usually ang naglalaban. Apparently, if you want, programming or tawag dito mga office tools, you might want to use Intel. Pero pag gaming, mas maganda daw ang AMD. I'm not sure because I haven't used any AMD products. So far, Intel parati ang nabibili ko. It's not as if that is my preference. It's just that, yun ang, I don't know, yun ata, yung nakatatak na sa isip ko na maganda. And then you have the BIOS or the basic input, output system. So siya ang nag-handle ng lahat ng input and output system. Not exactly na siya lahat ang nag-handle but dumadaan sa kanya ang pag-input at pinapasa niya sa tamang devices or sa tamang components so that it can be processed to be output. Okay? Yan ang basic work ng BIOS. And then we also have the RAM. RAM is a volatile storage. No? Ang ibig sabihin ng volatile storage is that once wala na or matanggalan ng power ang computer system, it will lose all the memory or the command inside the RAM. Random access memory ang ibig sabihin ng RAM. Random access memory. Isipin nyo, parang siyang USB. Nag-store din siya ng commands ng kahit anong files. Probably binary commands. But then, pag wala ng power, it will erase everything. So, ibig sabihin, in the first place, kailangan niya ng power para mag-andar. Ang USB, no. It is not volatile. No? Because the USB can still store things kahit walang kuryente. That is the difference between the RAM and the read-only, tawag dito, mga memory or storage devices. And then next, by the way guys, nakalimutan ko ata itong i-explain noong first module. Yung binary system, good. Di ba sinabi ko yung binary system? It is the only language that the computer can understand. It consists of 1 and 0. And what is this 1 and 0? Ang ibig sabihin ng 1 and 0 is on or off. On or off, high, low, close, open, those kind of things, true or false. Ganun, no? Ang ibig sabihin ng binary. And what it means to the computer is with the voltage. Kasi ano nga ang power? Ano nga ang nag-power sa computer? Electricity, right? So, kung mataas ang electricity, it's a 1. At kung mababa or walang electricity, that is a 0. Okay, so bilisan ko na daw kasi, mabagal na daw yung net namin. Anyway, moving on. So, yun na nga, meron tayong RAM and that is the one that handles the commands and informations dyan nag-store temporarily. Okay? Next, we have the GPU or the graphics processing unit. This is, dati hindi ito siya necessary or hindi automatically included in a system unit. Pero nowadays, because of, the gaming, a lot of people are gaming, so included na talaga siya, ang GPU. And mas mabilis siya, guys, you wanna know why? Because it has its own processing unit that's for graphics. Itong GPU, it's only processing things specifically for graphics. And that is why napaka-smooth ng laro. But it also needs high-end monitor. Kasi kung 720 pixels lang din yung monitor mo, aanihin mo pa na nag-GPU ka. Diba? Hindi yun kayang i-render ng monitor. So, high GPU and also high-end din na monitor yung kailangan mo. It goes both ways. Okay? So, kung sino man yung mga gamer dito, if you want to invest on something, try investing first on the monitor and then later on with a very good GPU. Okay? So, anyway, that's a GPU. And then next, we have, ano pa ba? Meron pa ba? PCI and PCIe slots. Paglalagyan lang yan ng RAM, paglalagyan ng GPU, and other things that you can extend the computer. Marami pa kasing ibang bagay na pwedeng ilagay sa loob ng computer. Okay? But probably RAM usually ang nandyan. Halimbawa, 8 gigs lang or 4 gigs lang yung RAM mo, tapos gusto mong pabilisin, hindi magbili ka and then add another RAM. Para magbilis. Depende sa inyo kung paano nyo gustong gamitin ng mga devices ninyo. And then we also have the CMOS battery or CMOS battery. Ang bagal mag-ano ng computer. Okay, ito. Complementary metal oxide semiconductor. Ito siya guys, siya ang tawag dito, store ng mga important things about the system unit. Like for example, yung time niya, yung kanyang temperature. May temperature din kasi ang system unit. Kaya nga sometimes hindi mo siya pwedeng painitin masyado. And of course, that is why may mga fan at saka heat sinks ang system unit so that hindi siya mag-init because kalaban nga yan ng kaya nga guys naka-aircon usually ang mga computer lab and kung merong computer sa isang lugar kailangan or highly advisable na may aircon because kalaban nga ng kahit anong kahit anong devices kalaban niya ang init kasi nga matutunaw yung mga bagay-bagay sa loob especially yung mga maliliit na microchip natutunaw yan sila pag sobrang init okay and CMOS or the complementary metal oxide semiconductor made of lithium yan siya. Parang tulad din ng mga cellphone ninyo, meron din siyang lithium-ion na battery. It is also a battery, although galing sa power supply, or galing sa electricity talaga, ang power ng system unit. But it also has a battery. And most of the time, pag hindi gumagana yung buong motherboard, it's because of this. Because it also needs the CMOS battery as a backup. Hindi lang siya nagatingin sa electrical power. Ooh, okay. Anyway, I guess I have 5 minutes to wrap things up. Anyway, so heat sinks at saka fans, and as you can see, merong fan. Ang CPU may sariling fan, ang power supply may sariling fan, at ang GPU may sariling fan, at ang buong case ng system unit merong fan. Okay, this is because again, kalaban nga ng system unit ang sobrang init. And even the heat sinks, itong mga ito guys, itong mga nakikita niyo dito na parang tower, yan, that is specifically designed para maglabas ng airflow at mapanatiling malamig or somewhat mapababa ang temperature ng tawag dito ng computer. And if you think about it guys, sino nag-isip nito? Computer engineering or electronics communications engineering ang nakaisip nito na kailangan ganyan ang itsura ng heatsink. What I mean is that as simple as this could really help out. So yung mga idea ninyo dyan, huwag ninyong tawag dito, huwag kayong mahiya about your ideas kung meron ng kayong idea because as simple as it seems, it actually helps. Like for example, this is a simple idea. Siguro naisip niya lang na magawa kaya tayo ng mga parang ganyan-ganyan na heatsinks para mag-travel yung tawag dito, yung air na mainit and then paglabas niya malamig na siya. No, simple thing as that. And when we were in college, may naisip din kami na what if magawa tayo ng sariling antivirus for the USB? But it just so happens hindi namin yun na-manifest, no? Hindi namin natuloy yun. But after a few years, we were like, meron ng sariling security ang mga ibang USB at ang mga ibang external hard drives. And we were like, sayang, no? Kung tinuloy sana namin yun as a thesis or as a research, then next, ano pa ba? Other components, madali na to guys. Hard disk drive at saka solid state drive. So these are kung saan dito niya talaga i-store yung mga bagay na ayaw niyong ma-delete pag i-turn off niyo na ang computer. And then, other components again, you have the power supply unit. This one looks like this. And then, the CD-ROM. Kung meron pa bang nagagamit ng CD-ROM ngayon, I'm not sure kung nagagamit pa kayo ng CD-ROM. And we also have the floppy disk drive. Matagal na itong na-phase out, but I just want you to see one, because it's part of the history of computer technology. And there was a time before na yan talaga ang ginagamit ng mga tao. And of course, you have the RAM. Storage devices na pala ito. You have the RAM, volatile nga instrument storage devices. And then we also have the HDD at saka SSD. And then, of course, the optical discs. Iba-ibang klaseng discs. Compact disc, DVD, or digital video discs. And then we have the Blu-ray discs. Ang kaibahan nila is yung capacity, as you can see. No? Blu-ray ang pinakamalaking capacity. And then also, we have flash drives or pen drives. Again, another misconception, no? Ang tawag nyo dito is USB. The USB is a port. It's a connector. Ang ibig sabihin ng USB is Universal Serial Bus. It's a connector. It's a port. Ang nilalagay mo dun sa port is a flash drive or a pen drive. Okay? So, but it's okay, no? Parang okay na rin na ginasabi niyo na meron ka dyang USB. Ang USB ay yung nandoon sa likod ng computer. Port siya, port. Itong mga gamit-gamit niyo, itong mga dala-dala niyo, that's a flash drive. But then, another misconception is that people, tinatawag nila itong USB. But then moving on, memory cards. We have memory cards and also we have floppy disks. Again, phase out na yan siya. I think that's it. Software pa. Amazing. Okay, so anyway, since wala na tayong time for this one, because apparently meron ng tawag dito, limit ang big blue button right now. I'm not sure if it's only 1 hour, and we're supposed to have class for only 40 minutes anyway. So anyway, sorry for taking so much of your time. So see you later in a bit. Kailan ang deadline ng modules? For module 1 right now. Today. Abdul. It's today. Okay, so anyway, later on, mag-ano tayo ng part 2 about the parts of a computer system. So thank you so much for attending the class right now. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.